The city was a symphony of its own rhythm. Car horns, sirens, and the murmur of 1,000 conversations blended into a familiar hum. People rushed by, faces glued to phones, lost in their own worlds. It was a Wednesday like any other, where everyone had somewhere to be and someone else to be. No one looked up. No one noticed the woman sitting on the sidewalk. Sarah clutched her ankle, pain shooting up her leg. She had tripped on a broken piece of sidewalk, her grocery bag spilling onto the pavement. Tears welled in her eyes, a mixture of physical pain and the frustration of the situation. Her day had already been long, and now this. She tried to stand, but the pain was too intense. She was stranded. A businessman in a sleek suit strode past, barely glancing at Sarah. His eyes were fixed on his phone, his mind likely occupied with the next big deal, or an important meeting. The world around him seemed to blur into the background, including Sarah, who stood there feeling invisible. A group of teenagers giggled amongst themselves, their eyes glued to their phones as they navigated around her. They were engrossed in their digital world, sharing memes and videos, oblivious to the reality just a few feet away. Sarah's presence was nothing more than a minor obstacle in their path. A young couple, holding hands and lost in their own world, walked right by. They whispered sweet nothings to each other, their laughter mingling with the city's ambient noise. To them, Sarah was just another face in the crowd, another person they didn't need to acknowledge. Each passerby seemed to look through her, their faces etched with indifference, or perhaps a fleeting sense of discomfort. No one stopped. The busy street was a river of people, each with their own destinations and concerns, too preoccupied to notice the silent plea in Sarah's eyes. No one asked if she was okay. The world moved on, indifferent to her plight. Sarah stood there feeling the weight of their collective disregard. It was as if she was a ghost, unseen and unheard, lost in the sea of indifference that surrounded her. Section 4. An Unexpected Angel. In the bustling heart of the city, amidst the noise and chaos, Sarah found herself overwhelmed and exhausted. The sun was blazing, and she felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. Then, a hand reached down, offering a bottle of water. It was a simple gesture, but in that moment, it felt like a lifeline. Sarah looked up into the smiling eyes of a young woman, her face framed by a bright pink headscarf. The kindness in her eyes was unmistakable, and it brought a sense of calm to Sarah's frazzled nerves. "Here," the woman said gently, "take a sip. My name is Maria. Can I help you?" Her voice was soothing, like a gentle breeze on a hot day. Maria helped Sarah to her feet, gathered her scattered groceries, and helped her to a nearby bench. The two women sat together, and for a moment, the chaos of the city seemed to fade away. She examined Sarah's ankle and insisted on calling her a taxi. Maria's concern was genuine, and it made Sarah feel seen and cared for in a way she hadn't felt in a long time. As they waited for the taxi, they chatted about their lives, and Sarah realized that sometimes, angels appear in the most unexpected forms. Section 5. Ripples of Kindness. As Sarah rode home, she couldn't stop thinking about Maria's kindness. It was a simple gesture, a smile and a helping hand when she needed it most. Maria had seen her struggling with her groceries and had offered to help without a second thought. That small act of kindness had brightened Sarah's entire day. It had been such a small act, yet it had made all the difference. Sarah realized that kindness didn't have to be grand or elaborate. Sometimes the smallest actions could have the biggest impact. She thought about how Maria's kindness had created a ripple effect, inspiring her to be more mindful of others. The world needed more Marias, she thought, more people willing to see the needs of others and reach out a helping hand. Sarah decided that she would pay it forward. She would look for opportunities to help others, just as Maria had helped her. She imagined a world where everyone did the same, creating a wave of kindness that could change lives. The city's symphony continued, but Sarah heard a new melody woven into the noise, the melody of hope, compassion, and the reminder that even in the rush of life, we are all connected. She felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that her actions, no matter how small, could contribute to a larger movement of kindness and connection. Look up, look around, notice the people around you and the opportunities to make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand to change someone's day or even their life. Be the reason someone believes in kindness again. Let your actions inspire others to do the same. Together, we can create a world where kindness is the norm, and everyone feels seen, valued, and loved.